We're going to be playing Fatal Fury. The SNK crew is here. We have several of the developers, of the classic developers, ready to go. So I'm going to switch over to our couching cam. We're going to have everybody sit in. We're going to talk a bit about SNK and obviously about Fatal Fury. Ask some questions, get some answers. Are you okay, Buster Wolf? If you guys want to sit down, it's up to you. Josh, if you want to sit down too, it's up to you. We can have everybody just sit in and I'll just like grill y'all about SNK and Fatal Fury and everything like that. I'll scoot over. This is good to squeeze in on this couch. So, well, thank you guys for being here. I think I'm going to leave one more spot over here, and I'm going to change the camera a little bit, so we should be good. I'm a one-man operation, so it's all a little by like, you know, skin of my teeth. So, thank you guys. Josh, let me just let you introduce yourself really quick. Let me unmute you. That would be a good idea. There you go. Chat. Can you hear Josh?
Can you hear me?
I think we can.
Good. All right. So I'm Josh Weatherford. I'm the producer on the game that we're looking at, City of the Wolves. Right next to me, I have Hayato Konya, who is our director on the game. And then we have Soeda Yoichiro, who's one of our most veteran members in the company. He's been in the company since 1991. First worked on his debut game with Fatal Fury, created Joe Higashi, and he's an artist nowadays on both this and the KOF 15.
I have to ask, with that kind of tenure and how long he's been doing this, what's it like to revisit Fatal Fury? What is this, 35 years?
Well, since the last game, 26 years, but from the original,
I mean,
yeah,
like
it'd be like 35, yeah.
From the
34.
original to think that like a franchise has existed and lasted like 30 plus years, how does that feel?
まあやっぱりその30以上ぶりのまあぶりじゃないですけどぐらいの歴史のゲームを今でも続けてるというか制作続けてるというどういう気持ちでしょうか。
いや感謝しかない。まずファンに感謝したい。やっぱり25年経って SNK に帰ってきて。ガローの続きが作れるなんてめったにないことだ。それはすごく僕は感謝してます。
Yeah, he just really wants to thank the fans. I mean, he's just really appreciative of all the support, and he can't even believe that 25 years after the previous game, being able to come back to SNK and work on the original series that he originally worked on. It's just, I mean, he can only express his appreciation for the community and the fans out there.
I mean, that's one of the cool things about now is that we're sort of getting these franchises that have the ability to exist, amongst all these other fighting games. And it's interesting to see other games come back, even from other companies, right? And realize, oh no, people still really care. Like, a lot of people still really wanted to see what a Fatal Fury would be like alongside all the other like heavy hitters, and it obviously has a space,
Oh yeah. No, I think especially in the fighting game genre, there's just so many different tastes and so many different versions and various, what do you say, just like fan communities and stuff. And even, I mean, seeing the reaction to the SVC Chaos was just so
it's cool.
Because I love that game. Mostly because Kasumi is in there and she's one of my favorite characters.
You like it for the same reason I do, which is roster. It's like the roster's so sick in this game.
Yeah, exactly. You can feel the love of the characters in a lot of different ways as well. Like, that's one of my favorite games, and I feel like it's never got a fair shake in a lot of ways, so I hope a lot of people are enjoying it right now on Steam.
Exactly. It's actually available now. I have to give a shout out to, obviously, the director of the game, and you guys chose many years later, since 1999, to put Rock Howard as the headliner character of a fighting game again, and he's honestly the character like I most identified with when I was a teenager. So to see that happening and to see like, wow, people still like Rock, that means a lot to me.
まずはそのディレクターの感謝はやっぱり俺も似たような感じだけど、ゲームの好きな一つの理由はやっぱりキャラクター、好きなキャラクターでロックは大好きなんで、15でもシチュしてもすごくうまい作り方で、みんなの愛とかをちゃんと込めてるねって感謝をしましたね。ありがとうございます。Yeah, I mean, he's just happy. He's also just happy that the fans are always talking about it and having fun with these characters and stuff.
So I want to get into some of the gameplay mechanics and visuals, and I have to give you guys credit. One of the things that I was kind of worried about when we first heard the first trailer, Rock is in a game, Fatal Fury is back, Gauro is back, and I was like, so Gauro has such a distinct art style. And the visuals of it was really pioneering what those old MVS boards could do. It was, I have to tell people, this was the same hardware. Like, this was crazy. So I was really concerned, like, are they going to be able to capture something that really evokes, like, oh, the visuals are crazy? And I have to personally say this game is striking. Like
Yeah.
from a perspective of SNK games, some other fighting games, I love the visual aesthetic that you guys were able to pull off here.
まずアートの話なんだけど、やっぱり画廊は特に2D 土手の、もう最強作ぐらいの話でみんな受けてなんですけど、まず最初発表された時は、それぐらいのなんていうビジュアルのなんていう歴史とかはちゃんと答えられるのはちょっと心配だったけど、やっぱり見るとすごくもう印象的で他の格闘ゲームと違って、でまずなんていうか感謝だったんですけど、何か言えることはあるんですけど。
そうですね。当時やっぱり黒木がアートビジュアルのリーダーだったんで、その黒木がそのアートのところをしっかりと、バイザーとして見てるんで、そこはやっぱり僕もそうですけど、当時の関わってた人間は愛を込めてファンに対していいアンサーが出せた。それがもしそうなら私たちは嬉しい。
黒木さんは結局アートディレクターだったんで、元アートディレクターですよね。Yeah, I mean, part of it is honestly just the fact that we already have a lot of the veterans from the team back then. So, like Kuroki, who was also the art director on Samurai Showdown, was the art director on Mark of the Wolves. And in this one, he's a supervisor. So he was really just making sure that everybody was on the same page and really lived up to his previous game, basically.
That makes sense. And I think for a lot of us, the roster of characters and how they represent their games is really important. It was so cool to me to see Rock come back to like KOF. In 14 that was like KOF 14. I'll be honest, 14 was the game that got me into SNK games and like kind of how they play, and it got me investigating a lot of the older games and stuff. And it was characters that did that.
Yeah.
So in terms of like characters and roster that we got coming back in Fatal Fury that we've already known about, we just saw. I mean, obviously like new characters that were shown off. What are the ones that you guys kind of like the most?
まずは何ていうやっぱりキャラクターの愛はすごく格闘ゲームとしては大切で、ロックは大好き昔からで、例えば KO14 から参戦させてことはまず感謝であって、で特に KOF シリーズはそれで結構入り口になったんですよ。ロックが入ったから KOF は14から15やって、でそれは結構何ていうか大切と言ってて、でそれぞれは今回発表されているキャラクターの中でどれが一番おすすめというか、自分の愛しているキャラクターになっているでしょうか。今夜の答えも分かってる。まずソイレさんから。
マルコ。
Marco, okay.
メイクマルコ。
Okay.
昔のマーク・オブ・ザ・ウルフズから作ってるから最強の道義キャラを作りたかった。それがうまくいったから。
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, his is obviously Marco because he actually was the person in charge of Marco whenever for the previous game, Mark of the Wolves. So on this one, obviously he made it as well, and he's just really happy that he was able to make the strongest Kyokugen new guy ever, basically.
Yeah, well, I will say I don't play like Ryo traditionally in games. He has that kind of like style moving forward. His damage is crazy. He outputs really hard. So I'm super excited. We're gonna get some. We have some friends that I know are big Marco fans. So we're gonna definitely be playing some of that. What is some of the, when you guys were looking at this project from like a wider perspective, there's a lot of times where like mechanics sort of define where the game is going to go. Was that the rev system in this game specifically, or was it something else? Was there some change that you guys really wanted to like evolve the series?
So like early in the concept.
Early concepting, yeah.
そのメカニックの話なんですけど、最初の開発段階で、やっぱり格闘ゲームは特にそのシステムがあってから成立するという話なんですけど、それはやっぱり最初からレブシステムみたいなものを目指してたんでしょうか。
本当の一番最初の話をすると、まず、前作に、今でいう EX 技、レブ技ってなかったんですよね。でも、20何年も経ってるんで、そういう風な要素も入れてこうってなって、最初パワーゲージを使うように入れてたんですよ。ただそうしちゃうと、もともと2本しかないんで、潜在の調質が見れないと。っていうのがあって、これは別のゲージとしてやらないと今の人たちには合わないし、やりたいこととも噛み合わないなっていうので、レブっていうのになってるんです。
Yeah, actually early on, one of the big things was obviously the Fatal Fury series has never had EX specials.
Yes.
That's never a new thing this time. And they wanted to put that in because it's a very standard thing basically in modern fighting games. And thinking about how they were going to do that, at the beginning it was basically just using the super, the power gauge.
Sure.
But that would end up, just because of how Fatal Fury works, you really want to get up to the hidden gear, you know, basically.
Yeah.
And so if you're using EX, you wouldn't be able to see that. So they realized, oh, well, we have to have a second gauge, basically. So it started, that's where the rev system kind of evolved from that, basically, starting point.
Gotcha, cool. And I will say, for me personally, one of my favorite things about KOF 14, also KOF 15, which I put the most time into, was being able to use like special after special after special and find a way to just like get them from one thing to the other.
Yeah.
So seeing that also make its way sort of into, you know, this game was kind of exciting, where it's like, oh, we're going to allow for some pretty crazy combos.
Yeah.
And I think balancing, you know, your rev gauge versus their rev gauge, the delicate balance of like, oh, am I blocking too much? Am I not blocking too much? I find those kind of mechanics to be really engaging.
Yeah.
So to me, it was like early on, you're like, oh, I think I understand this. Okay, all right, and then it just gets, you start
to see how it branches out, basically,
it branches
the various
out, really.
options you have.
That was my impression early on.
Yeah. まあまずはなんていうかな、自分の印象としてはやっぱりその KOF14 とか15は結局やり込んでて、でやっぱりその KOF の一つの面白みは、まあその EX スペシャルをどうつないでいくかで、そういう要素はここに入ってくる、まあちょっと違うテイストなんですけど、はすごくワクワクしました。で特にその最初はなるほどって思って。でも全然分かってなかった、どれぐらいなんていうその分岐ルートがちゃんとあるっていうのはまずは面白いということですね。
なるほど、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of anything else I want to cover right now because I really want to play some matches. I kind of want to see you guys play a bit. Did we have a controller? Because you guys primarily use controller, right?
So we're going to put the director on because he's definitely the best at the game.
Okay, cool.
I'm handling too many games at the moment, so I don't get to play it as much as I want.
Let me flip that out for this arcade stick. Hold on a second. So, yeah, Rock Howard's one of my favorite characters. I'm probably going to be playing Rock. I'm sorry to everybody.
Yeah, his favorite is Preacher, by the way.
Okay, good. I want to see new characters. Preacher, Vox, you know, stuff like that. And I heard from Summer Games Fest that there's actually a good reason to have it as your final ratio for SPG. Like you get like a bonus if it's in final only, right?
Well, there's different. ちょっといろいろ噂聞いてるんですけど、ファイナルだけはちょっとなんか特別のなんか有利なところがあったんでしょうか。
それではなくて、
それぞれは一芸予定で。
一番大きいのが後ろにあるっていうだけです。
バウンドするようになるんでしたっけ
なんかそれとかじゃなくて、
それなくなったっけ？
レベルの増え方、減り方とかそういうのだったと思います。
It's not actually that one has a specific advantage. They all have their own like merits and demerits basically. So
Gotcha.
It usually comes down to like how the rev gauge like is charged or like cools down.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Because we were already noticing at Summer Games Fest, like, a lot of stuff changes in SPG that we didn't realize. There's even more things that I think we weren't even ready for.
That's one of the reasons we decided not to call it top this time, because we're kind of evolving it. We wanted to call it something new because it is it's a very different system at the end of the day. Yeah.
All right, here we go, Chad. I'm going to try my best. There's so many things.
He was getting a little bit scared watching you practice, honestly.
I'm sorry.
And I was like, no, you better beat him up. You better beat him up.
Tell them I literally spent 3 days at Summer Games Fest playing this nonstop.
No, I was doing interviews, and every time I would come back in, I'd be like,
I was
still
always
playing.
I found my way to sneak in every time. Hey. Okay.
Hey, come on.
Oh, that's invincible too? Okay.
Nice trade.
I tried to roll like it was SNK. I'm sorry, like it was KOF. Oh, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. I love the slowdown that happens.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this move's very good.
Yeah.
This new jumping fireball, it's almost too good.
Yeah.
I think it's really
Finally getting more of the sauce from Daddy.
good. Okay. I'm gonna need rev guard. I'm gonna need the inputs for rev guard very, very soon. Oh my gosh.
Maximilian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I finally hit this time. Oh, okay.
Nice.
So was the idea with Preacha, when I've tried to play her, she has like a super unique style. You expect Joe when like you jump in because you see similar things, but it's a lot different than that, right?
まあプリーチャーは最初見た時はやっぱりジョーそのままと思ってたけど全然違うキャラですよね。
そうですね。もともとこの子は誰でも使えるキャラクターにしたかったんで、なるべくいろんな、そして格闘ゲームやってるこういう風なコンボが簡単にできるような子にしたいなっていうので作ってましたんで。
Yeah, one of the early concepts, because she's a new character especially, is just make her very approachable basically.
Gotcha.
So they kind of took that angle and added as much like Joe Flair as possible as well from that.
可愛くしたから。
She's, you know, the cute disciple.
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
She's pretty cute. Oh, please.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I can't cancel stand. Okay, okay. Ow! 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 Okay. Thank you. He reminded me. Jumping SPG.
Oh. Oh.
Please.
I don't think so. No. Ah.
No. Why? Oh man. I'm trying to also utilize like the high crush, low crush.
Oh yeah,
moves,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
They lead to some really cool looking stuff. Is that with these two buttons? It's like forward and down. It is.
so.
Okay.
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
and
yeah.
down. Okay. And it is interesting because this is also like a 5-button fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
We need this like the rev button.
Yeah,
Right?
I still haven't figured out what my placement is. Honestly, I
Oh,
keep
yeah.
changing it up.
Oh no. Beautiful up.
Hidden. Ah.
Oh, okay. There's rev guard.
Go SPG.
Oh no.
Oh, nice.
No.
Hidden gear.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it, right? No, I'm not. I'm definitely
I
not
don't think
making
so.
it. She put me on Instagram. I don't like this. Come on. Okay, okay. One more.
Okay.
Get ready, fight.
Oh, what is going on? I want to try that.
Go go.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, cool rev guard. Okay.
Nice choice.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Chad. I'm blowing out the mic. That's my bad. I was gonna get slow-mo killed here.
Okay, okay. Okay.
How? How does he know? He works on the game.
小宮さんは社内的には何位ぐらいかな、強さ。10位に入る？
それぐらいだと思います
He's about probably the 10th strongest in the company, he would say.
Okay, that
So there's
makes
still
me feel much
nine. There's about 9 more people better than him.
Okay.
いや社内大会とかなんかやりたいな。前にも言ってたけどな。
そうね、やってるんですよ、たまに。
まあ公式。公開する。
Oh, jeez.
絶対盛り上がると思うからな。この前の農会の東京と大阪のなんかストーツプレイとかだったけど、あれも面白かった。
Chat, they're saying they already have a ranked system, and I'm trying my best over here.
I was also just saying, like, I want to someday do like a company tournament, basically, and make it even like, because we do it actually internally, but we never tell anybody what happens, basically. It'd be great to use that for marketing.
Oh, go now.
Oh, oh,
Come on.
oh.
チャンスチャンス
My red game!
Yeah. Whoa.
Still works.
Just defend.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you guys. Seriously, I just got to say I can't wait till it comes out. It comes out. We have approximate release date is 2025 right now.
Yeah, early 2025.
Okay, cool. If you ever give me an opportunity to show more of this game in the future, I can't wait. I got to say, I love that the game is mechanically dense. I think we can assume that a lot of other fighting games like to tone down their game's mechanics, and I think it's sort of cool that we respect the player's intelligence, able to figure out cool stuff and make cool things happen. So I really appreciate about this game.
まずもう本当に聞いていただきありがとうございます。もうすごく楽しかった。で今回一番伝えたいのは、やっぱりそのシステム周りがすごく奥深いところが、本当に感謝の言葉にならないぐらい、他のいろんなトレンドとかになってて、やっぱりなんていうかな、シンプルになっていくゲームとか多いですけど、それをちゃんと歴史とかをリスペクトしつつ、うまくバランスしてるなという話ですね。
ありがとうございます。
最後なんか一言、go ahead.
So no, just thank you guys. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I know you have like a ton of people trying to play this stuff down there, and I have a ton of people right behind the camera that are like friends and our whole crew that really want to get their hands on with this game. So I'm gonna switch things around a little bit and I'll let you guys go. So,
All right, yeah,
seriously,
thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
No,
I
thanks
really
for having us
appreciate
here.
It means a lot. Chat, give me a second. Let me get this stuff all ready. Josh will take your mic.
Yeah.
次負けないようにもっと練習しときます。
Just 1 second, chat.
Director said he's going to do a little bit more training, so he's going to do any rounds next time.
Seriously, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Game's great. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it, Josh.